Coach Durkin, make a couple comments, and then we'll take questions.
Just first off, extremely excited for our guys. The look on your players' faces after a win, there's nothing like it. That's why you do this. And I thought our guys did a great job. I said it going into the game, through the bye week and last week preparing for this. They've done a great job with it. We demand a lot of them, and they always respond. So they've prepared the right way, and I thought that we played a complete game in the second half. I do not feel that was the case to start out on defense. You got to give credit to Mercer. They are a really good football team. They're going to make some noise in the playoff in their level, and that offense, that quarterback, they do a great job. They had all the numbers going into it, and we knew that going into it. But I think there were some things we needed to do better and clean up. Credit to our guys, we challenged them, and they did respond. And obviously, the shutout in the second half, and I thought we played much better defense through it, and played a complete game in all three phases in the second half. So I'm very happy about it.
Let's go Ferd, Daryl, Caleb to start us.
DJ, what was that y'all saw from the first half to the second half of defense? Like, what did you guys need to do to kind of slow them down? Because they're a very explosive offense.
Yeah, we just had to play our style and our speed, our standard. I didn't feel that was the case to start out the game. And, again, there was nothing in our preparation that made you think that may be how it was, but we just did. We kind of came out and we're not having our eyes in the right place, making mistakes, things that were not things we've done all year long. And so it was just really that. It was a challenge to say, let's play our style, let's get our eyes in the right place, let's execute our technique, and do it with relentless effort, which is something, we've done for this season.
Coach, if you had to guess, I know there still needs to be some evaluation. I know Jeremiah Cobb came back in the game. He looked a little dinged up. Any status or what the possibility of Keldrick Falk with him playing next week?
I don't have any injury updates right now. I mean, I have not met with the trainer. Those guys are all getting looked at, and we'll know that as the week goes on.
DJ, I wanted to ask about Brian Battie making the appearance today and walking out on senior day. Just how special was that to see him walk out there and get the reaction that the crowd had?
Yeah, I mean, pretty incredible. I think the reaction of the crowd says it all. I think the look on his face says it all. Just you tell these guys all the time, right? It's a lesson in life, right? You never know. Things change on a dime, and you make the most of your opportunities and never take anything for granted. Have an attitude of gratitude, all of those things, and to see him walking and come out there and be able to do that on his own was really, really cool.
Go Brett, Taylor, Nathan, and Ike.
Coach Deuce obviously had a good day running and throwing the football.
He did.
But had a comfort zone with Malcolm Simmons early. He kind of had maybe a career day today with yardage and had a big touchdown catch there in the second half. Talk about Malcolm and the way he played today.
Yeah, I thought Malcolm did tremendous. I mean, on some of the scrambles, coming back to the ball, like being a big-time receiver, adjusting his route and coming back to the ball and getting open for Deuce. And I thought, that whole receiving group did a great job for him, and Deuce delivered the ball. The best part was Deuce was making the right decisions and delivering the ball where it was supposed to go. Even there's a couple of those plays where it wasn't quite how it was designed, but he just went and made a play, and that's what we've seen from Deuce in practice and know he's capable of. It was really cool to watch him go do it, in a game atmosphere, and that guy's got some great football ahead of him.
In between drives, it looked like Ashton Daniels was one of the first guys on the field congratulating or encouraging his teammates. How would you describe him as a teammate?
Yeah, he's outstanding. He checks all the boxes. He's a tremendous leader. He cares about his teammates. It's about them more than him in every circumstance. Even in the most recent circumstance of the decision of to play in this game or not, it was always about what was best for the team, from Ashton and his family. And you can't have enough guys like that around. And you could see the guys respond to him very well.
Assuming you guys will reinsert Ashton this week at quarterback, has Deuce done enough in your mind to move up into that backup slot?
I mean, again, as we go into next week, we'll evaluate film and make decisions on all that. Coming right out of a game, I think there's always emotion tied to things, and you got to watch the film and evaluate as coaches, and we'll go through all that and make decisions at all positions.
Hey, Coach, what can you say about Derek Nix as a play caller through the two games that he's done? Just evaluating that as a defensive guy, how do you feel about how he's done in those two games?
Man, I'm so happy for Derek Nix. Derek Nix is a great football coach. He's a great person, and he that's a guy taking advantage of his opportunity. He got an opportunity to call plays, and I think we've all seen what he's done here in two games. Could not be happier. Tremendous respect for him. I can consider him a great friend. We've worked together at more than just here, and I think it's tremendous. I mean, I think he's shown what he is capable of. He's done a great job with that side of the ball.
I'm going to go Jack, Johnny, then Jason, and come back over here.
with the performance that you guys put on today, how much confidence does that give you going into the Iron Bowl next week?
Yeah, I mean, we're very confident. It's like any other game. You come out of the game, you got to evaluate what you did well, what you didn't do well, not just based on results. It's based on how things went each play. So there'll be plenty of stuff to clean up and correct on all three phases. But yeah, we have a confident team in there and ready to go.
Jack just touched on it briefly there, but the opportunity next week to play Alabama in the Iron Bowl in this stadium, just how much are you looking forward to doing that as the head coach of this team?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest rivalries in college football, and it certainly means a lot to a lot of people around here, including myself and our team. And so I think credit to our guys it was really a task and a struggle to say, okay, we're going to focus on this game, and I thought they did a great job of that. Now, obviously, this game is over, and our full focus goes to that.
DJ, when you look at Deuce, obviously you don't get a ton of snaps as a third quarterback during the year. What impressed you the most about what he was able to do these last 2 weeks to get ready for a game like today?
Yeah, I mean, he's got that, just how he handles himself and carries himself, and he has the demeanor to just be a great quarterback. And nothing's ever too big. When I met with him about, hey, this is how we're going to do this, it was like, okay. When I told him he's going to be the starter, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, like he doesn't really get up and down. So a bad play doesn't tank him, a great play doesn't, drive him off the rails. He just kind of stays steady. And I think that's a trait of a great player, and especially a great quarterback, because you got to be that way, right? You got to be that way. You got to go to the next play. And so I think Deuce has that quality about him. It's pretty unique.
Go Ferd, Jerry, and Daryl.
Elijah making that pick six, a heck of a play to get it, and then to run it back. Just how impressed you've been with him, his growth from kind of the beginning now as that freshman linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, to play in this conference as a freshman is not an easy thing, and that probably goes without saying. But then to play as a freshman at middle linebacker is pretty incredible, because not only the physicality of it and having the understanding with the D-line and the coverage behind you, you're involved in all that. You got to know what's going on and really digest the defense. But you're the quarterback out there. He's wearing the green dot, and I'm talking to him on the field. And so he's communicating that to the rest of the defense. And for him to play at the level he's played, really all year long, he's done a great job for us, been consistent. And so, and then he goes makes a big play like that. It's just awesome to see the look on his face.
Coach, talk about maybe some of the things from an advantage standpoint, or things that you were able to capitalize on having the bye week that really helped you coming into this game.
I mean, the biggest thing was to help get Deuce ready to go play. I mean, he took advantage of his opportunity. It was something we set out, back during the bye week, and so. He and Jackson split those 1 reps, but he got a lot more reps, and he was more intentful with those reps. It was he understood the urgency that had to be shown, to be the quarterback out there. It's you got to have that, right? Everyone's looking to you, and they're waiting to hear from you what we're doing, what's going on, and if a guy's not getting lined up fast enough, it's your job to tell him. And so for him to go through all that, I think that benefited the most. But obviously, we really focused on a lot of things in the bye week of just being very individualized in terms of what do we need to get better at. And I know it's a bye week late in the year, but like I told the team, we're building a championship team here. And so this week matters, because there's a lot of guys on this team, this roster, that have great football ahead of them, and we're going to keep getting better and better. So we coached them like crazy now, and they responded. And it was the details of your position, your fundamentals, what you got to work on to get better at.
We go Faith, Caleb, and then B-Matt.
Coach, what can you say about Alex McPherson and the long field goals that he's had tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Just if you saw a kid 6 months ago, which I know some of you did, and to where he is right now, it's incredible. You talk about tough. I mean, we talk about tough all the time, and you see hard hits and guys playing physical, but tough. That's one of the toughest dudes I know. For what he has gone through and bounced back from, and just what his day-to-day was, again, less than 6 months ago, to just see him now, and he's back at full strength, and he's able to actually have the strength down the ball to hit it. And I mean, he's about as money as there is as a field goal kicker.
DJ, I know you kind of touched on it earlier, but could you go a little bit more in depth about maybe kind of what changes were made defensively to kind of overcome that slow start?
Yeah, I mean, we did a few things scheme-wise. We did change, not a ton. It was more of there was some rough conversations. It was more of like, this ain't how we play, and it's unacceptable. And I think we have good leadership. They know how to respond to that. So, I think, and that's what they did. It was pretty apparent. Like, we weren't playing at our speed, our style. They take nothing away from the opponent because they do a really good job. That quarterback does a great job putting the ball where it needs to be. But it wasn't our pace, our style of how we play. And that's got to be every time we're on the field.
DJ, were you aware of the extent of Deuce Knight's running ability when he went out there? What did you think about that spin move he had there about the 10-yard line?
Yeah, I was, because I get to coach defense against him in practice, and I know what he's capable of for sure. I just thought it was neat to watch him just go out and have fun. The end of the day, and we tell you guys all the time, like, we prepare like crazy and put the work in all week to go have fun on Saturday. And Deuce went out there and had fun. It didn't matter to him. It's his first college start. He's a freshman. Like, Deuce, it didn't even matter. Like, he was smiling all morning in the hotel and out there warming up. Sometimes you're kind of like, is he gonna be all right? Is he ready? But that's just him. And so that's what he did. He's out there playing like he's in the backyard, and it was fun to watch.
DJ, we saw it at practice this week. Ashton spent a lot of time with Deuce, kind of coach him up. We saw that a lot today as well. How much do you credit him for helping him get ready these past couple weeks in practice? Yeah,
Ashton did a great job. He's a leader. That's a leadership role, and definitely helped out. I think, you see how Deuce's teammates respond to him. I think all those guys ride around and played well for him. And that's what we said going into it. It's not. Obviously, all the stories going to be about who the quarterback is and the starter, but really it's the team around him that has to rally around him and play well, go make plays and help him out, and they certainly did that. All right, thank you.